Hello everyone, my name is Matt Rule, and today I'm going to be talking to you about a STEM activity that I conduct with my 8th grade tech ed students. This course is actually offered as an elective at the end of the year that they can sign up to take, and the course that I offer is called The Entrepreneur in You. To start the course, what I have the students do is begin brainstorming and designing a product that they would then try to market as well as sell. Each student, as they're going through that process, must determine their target demographic. They also must determine the dimensions of their product, so all of the different parts, they need to come up with the sizes that they would be. They need to determine the materials that they are planning to use to actually make their product, and they also must determine the cost per unit. So looking up those materials that their product is going to require and determining how much each product is actually going to cost. The reason I have them do this is obviously to determine if their product that they are trying to make is going to be way too expensive for the specific demographic that they're trying to sell to, but this also helps them to determine what cost they would actually be able to sell their product at. Product design is where I have them start, and then we transition. After each student brainstorms and comes up with their product, I have them present their product idea to the entire class. Once all of the students go through and present all of their ideas that they came up with for a product, it leads to a class discussion, and during this time is when the class would become a business. So they can decide to become one large business as an entire class if they all really like one specific product idea, or if there are several smaller groups that have differing ideas in terms of what product they may want to sell, they have the option of becoming smaller businesses within a single class. Developing an identity. Once they come up with an actual product, each business then develops their corporate identity. I talk about how to come up with a company name, some things to keep in mind when coming up with a slogan as well as a logo, the different components, what colors to use or what colors say and send different messages as well as different images and all those types of things. So I have each company develop an identity. What job is best for me? At this point, each group determines what jobs they are going to need in order to have a successful business. Some examples of jobs that they could come up with would be a treasurer to actually manage all of the money. They could have someone in advertising to actually advertise the product they are going to be trying to sell. They could have engineers who actually build the product that they're trying to sell and build prototypes. Those types of jobs are what you want them coming up with to be able to run a successful business. Then it's time to apply. I have each student actually complete, or I'm sorry, this is what I'm actually going to be planning on adding to this curriculum to try to enrich this activity a little bit further. I'm going to have each student complete an application to apply for the position that they feel would be the best fit for them in the company, because I know different students have different skill sets. Obviously, some are more artistic than others. Some are more hands-on, so this gives them a good opportunity to apply for a specific job. I'm planning on having them get 3 references that aren't family and friends, so it gets them reaching out to other people and seeing if they can get different references, as well as describing why they are qualified for the specific position. So let's say a student is really good artistically. Maybe they would want to apply for the advertising to basically put together the posters that you're going to be making. Or if you're more hands-on, you could say that you could be qualified. Let's say you're working a lot at home with tools with your dad, or hands-on projects like that could be a good qualification for those types of jobs as well. So it gives a little bit of diversity and student choice to be able to pick exactly what they would want to do within their individual company. So getting rolling, each business takes their respective jobs and then they get to work. So I gave the example of advertising. They would then begin using the corporate identity information and creating posters to advertise around the school. In terms of financial, they would start creating order forms so people would be able to actually order the product, as well as bookkeeping forms to maintain orders as they start coming in. And the engineers would begin building a prototype to show in their advertisements as well. Running the business. Once orders start coming in, the students will need to keep track of their open and closed orders, so which ones have they not filled yet. And the treasurer needs to manage money, and the engineers need to fill the orders in respectable times. So it teaches the students not only money management, but it also teaches time management as well, making sure that they're staying on top of the orders that they are getting. At the end of the class, obviously, we need to move to liquidation, and this is when each business liquidates and equally distributes any profits that are made. So this is one thing that the students actually get really excited about, because in this class they do have the opportunity to make money. This is definitely one huge motivator for students in this class, because they want to come up with a great product that they think people are going to be interested in buying, because the more people that buy their product, the more money they are actually going to make. And something else that I have each of the groups do that I didn't include in this presentation is I have each group make their own commercial to advertise their product, and I coordinate with our videography students in the school, and it's a cool opportunity to have them come in and actually video my students presenting and putting together some type of commercial to advertise their product. It's just one more element that I include into it, and getting other students involved as well is a pretty cool aspect. Gets them a little bit of public speaking experience as well. And one final thing that I do as well to make sure students are staying motivated, in a way to make it a real life scenario. If a student is not contributing to their company or is not doing the specific job, they can actually get fired from their company, and then they would obviously not be able to share in the profit that is made at the end liquidation. So that also helps to keep the students motivated to be doing their jobs and contributing to the company as well, to make it as successful as possible. That is my activity. I want to thank you for listening. And I'll see you next time.